This, my friends, is the playbook.
And that leads us to the big one here. Division by division, picks and predictions. We're going to go down all 8 divisions. A little bit of spoilers. If we ever get out all of our in-depth videos where we give you our final record predictions and everything, you'll know, like you already know my order for the AFC North. You already know who I have winning it and who I have going in last place. So spoilers, if you haven't seen those, go watch them. Before we get into today's video, guys, I just want to give a special shout out to today's sponsors, starting with Gold Fine and Bowles, Lawyers for the Injured. Personal injury, workers' compensation, those are their 2 things, but any sort of legal advice, they're the people to call. Give them a phone call, 309-673-5144. Tell them we sent you, okay? And I'd also like to shout out SeatGeek for sponsoring today's video as well. Use promo code PLAYBOOKSPORTS on their website to get $20 off your first purchase of $30 or more. Let's get back to the video. But let's start there. Let's start in the AFC North. Yep. Sage, you're going last because it's your division.
Fair enough.
Colin, give us your AFC North. You can go 4-1, you can go 1-4, and record. What you got for us?
All right, I'll go 4-1. AFC North, you said?
Yes.
So 4-1, I do have Pittsburgh in 4th this year.
Yep.
8-9,
Feels
starting
count.
Mike Tomlin.
Oh, the streak is over.
Games, 1 game goes the wrong way for Pittsburgh.
Wow.
And
Devastating.
3rd, I do have Cleveland. Love that roster.
Love that roster.
Shout out to that Cleveland Brown roster.
Yep.
The Dog Pound.
Dog Pound.
2nd place here, I have Joe Burrow coming
Joe
back
Burrow.
and leading the
Slim
Bengals
Shady.
to a nice 2nd place finish. 11-6 there. 10-7 was my Browns record. I don't think I said that. And then 11-6, tied with the Bengals, but winning the division.
Getting the tiebreaker.
Baltimore Ravens. I think they have enough. Adding Derrick Henry to take a little bit of juice off Lamar's legs. Like, that's
Yeah.
going to be OD if they start running some crazy.
The read option with them might be the most unstoppable play in the NFL.
Yeah.
Like, as a linebacker, what do? Am I going to be flat-footed because I'm trying to match Lamar Jackson, horizontally? Because he's going to go side to side. I've got to match his speed. But if you give the ball to Derrick Henry, he's going to go through me. Yeah. Or am I crashing on Derrick Henry so Lamar can just run right around me? Because they see it. Like, how do you pick? That is going to put Todd Monken, I hope he's creative, because he could put linebackers and safeties in impossible situations all season. And it could be really fun to watch.
Within the 10-yard line, it's got to be a touchdown.
It's every time. And God forbid he pulls it and throws it to one of the best tight ends in football, Mark Andrews, or is Isaiah Likely, who will be a big slot receiver, could play wherever. I mean, the Ravens are going to be fun to watch. That's why I have them also winning the division.
I'll say with Derrick Henry, real quick to add,
Yeah.
that just opens everyone else to be one-on-one.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. You got to have
You
extra guy in the box. Got to put an extra guy in the box.
Yep.
No disrespect to
If you
Gus
don't,
Edwards or J.K. Dobbins or any other running back that has come through Baltimore. They are not Derrick Henry. And I know Derrick Henry is on the wrong side of 30 and getting up there in age. I don't care. I don't care. It's still Derrick Henry.
He pays
It's still
$250,000 a year for his body.
Yeah.
Every year.
He's an outlier,
Until the
so I
wheels
can
fall
bet
off.
on him to be an
Until the
outlier.
wheels fall off.
Yes, agreed, 100%.
Yeah.
Ravens, I got winning that division at 12-5. I've got the Bengals going 11-6. People are kind of down on the Bengals this year, which will be interesting to see. I've seen a lot of analysts down on the Bengals. It is going to, like their entire season, spoiler alert for my video, it all depends on their offensive line.
Yeah.
Amarius Mims is already hurt. That's not a good start. Now you've got Trent Brown and you've
He
got
looked good.
Orlando Brown Jr. That's it. That's your only hope. I've seen so many practice clips where the Bengals defensive line are getting 3 guys through immediately. That cannot happen. Like, this is one where obviously I'm not sitting here predicting a Burrow injury. I'm predicting him to stay healthy. I just did all these based on full health for every team. But if that offensive line doesn't do their job and Burrow takes shots, he's been hurt 3 years of his 4-year career.
Yeah.
He's gotten injured a ton. Like, he's got to stay on the field. That offensive line's their entire season. But otherwise, I think the Bengals can be really good. It'll be interesting to watch how Zach Moss kind of fills into the Joe Mixon rule. I think that was a downgrade, but we'll see what they do there. I got the Browns in 3rd place at 10-7. I think that roster is just so good, man. It is so good. But Deshaun Watson, are we going to see a good Deshaun Watson again? We haven't seen a good Deshaun Watson since 2020. We are 4 years removed from seeing Deshaun Watson look good. And now there's no Joe Flacco to save the day. It's Jameis Winston. Can he save the day? I don't think so.
Flacco's where? Indy?
Yeah, he's in Indy.
Yeah, I know, exactly. So
Yeah, he might save the day in Indy if he has to.
Yeah, you know.
If something happens. But, I mean, it's Deshaun Watson or Jameis Winston. So Deshaun Watson, it's time. it's right now for Deshaun Watson. If he doesn't do well this year, Browns fans are going to turn on him so fast.
They have like a whole bunch of quarterbacks this year for some reason. Like they said, we went through 4 or 5 last year.
Yeah,
Let's just add all of them.
You know?
Who had one team had? Wasn't the Bears that had like 12 tight ends on their roster?
Oh,
at
yeah,
one point?
last year.
Yeah,
So
last
like,
year they had
there's
like
a couple
12
years
tight
ago,
ends.
They really did.
It was true. I saw that. Yeah, it was crazy. So I got Browns in third, and I do have the Steelers going 9-8. I've got, once again, I don't want to pat myself on the back or anything, but I did predict 4 winning teams in this division last year. I'm saying it again because going through their schedule, there are so many games, unless there's a massive upset somewhere. I don't see any way that all 4 of these teams aren't at or right above 500.
Yeah.
They're all such solidly built rosters. Every roster in this division, I struggle to find weaknesses. I really do. Steelers quarterback is a question mark, right? Their offensive line is still a question mark. That defense is going to be nasty, though. That defense is going to be great. Browns roster is insane. Their defense allowed 10 points a game at home last year.
Yeah,
That's
absurd.
gross.
That is absurd.
And then the Bengals have Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase. That is good for me right there. That's solid. And then the Ravens have the best roster in the division, and they were the best team in the NFL last year. They genuinely could have gone 17-0. Their 3 losses were by 7 to Pittsburgh twice, and then they lost 4 games. They lost to Pittsburgh twice. Yep. They lost to the Colts in overtime, and then I don't remember who their 4th loss was, but it was a game where they lost by 1 score. Yeah. And they went into San Francisco and kicked the shit out of them. They kicked the ever-loving shit out of the Dolphins in Baltimore. I mean, they were the best team in football last year, and I think that they're going to be right up there again this year. So, Baltimore, Cincy, Browns, Steelers. Addison, coming to you. What you got for us?
Right on. I'll go 4-1, and I do love this roster, but I hate the quarterbacks. Maybe I don't love the roster. I got Browns going 7-10. It's because of the quarterback play. Defense is going to be great, and it's going to be the situation I think similar to the Jets, where it's just, man, we're tired. We've been playing damn good football on defense for 3 straight years. Where the hell's our offense? It was here last year with Joe Flacco, who's 40.
Yeah.
And we got
pulled off the street.
All this money, and it sucks.
Yeah, and he's bad.
So I got Browns going 7-10, 4th place.
I love it.
3rd place, Steelers, 9-8. I got them going over 500
Just the
because you have to. It's black
it's
magic.
Tomlin,
It's black
dude.
magic, man. It's the truth. Now I'm a hater, so I got Ravens in 2nd at 11 and 6.
there it is.
True hater.
Yes.
And it's only because I think this is back up against the wall for Joe Burrow a little bit, these Bengals. And I think when pressure's on, it's been happening in his career before, going to LSU for the first time. He's got to perform now.
Yeah.
Well, he performed and became the #1 pick. Backs against the wall because you get rid of Tyler Boyd,
Yep.
and Jamar Chase is bitching about his contract, so he's going to have
T.
to
Higgins
pay.
1-year deal now.
Exactly.
Franchise
so the team's
tag.
going to get worse soon.
You got to go for
This
it.
is one of the last years where there's really a good opportunity to compete. So I got Bengals going 12-5 to win the division and the AFC North.
Okay, I like that. So Bengals, Ravens, Steelers, Browns.
Yep.
Okay. Sage, bring us home.
All right, I'll start 4-1 as well. So in 4th place, I got Pittsburgh. I'm a hater. That's basically what it comes down to.
It's reasonable.
I hate Pittsburgh. I don't think they have a great roster right now. I think they're building it. They're in the middle of a rebuild,
Right.
and that's about what you can expect from them. I don't think they'll get less than 7 wins, which isn't. They'll be middle of the pack type team, but I'm not expecting much from them. The Browns obviously love everything but the quarterback.
Yeah.
The quarterback's the most important
Big
part.
questions. Big
Deshaun
questions.
Watson can't get it together. What am I supposed to believe?
Yeah,
I got the Bengals in 2nd.
Of course,
Eagles first,
of course.
But the Bengals, I hate the Joe Burrow hype up so much every year. They're just like, oh my gosh, like he's gonna go to the Super Bowl again. At least he made it,
Yeah, true.
He got carried in the playoffs by his defense the entire time, and they're like, but he made it.
But he's
I don't
there.
care. I don't care. Plus, Amarius Mims was hurt. I mean, I will say, I think if Andre Jabazza.
That receiver, he's a sleeper.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, that guy or Jermaine Burton, they both look great right now. I mean, Jermaine Burton was playing against like undrafted guys in preseason, so let's be real.
Still looking.
But Andre was playing with.
They are
Burrow
gushing about
in
him.
the preseason. He looks great. I picked him up on both.
I know you did. Kind of pissed about
You
that.
know what? I put someone on IR.
A
just
lot
to do it.
of people are pegging him to be this year's Puka. A lot of people think he could be this year's Puka.
That's why I picked him up. I think it's going to be a great, solid, a younger Tyler Boyd. Just slot him right in. Nothing changed. But I still think that their defense is going to. They're going to be in so many shootouts. They're not going to win all of them.
No, it's hard to win.
Especially with Zach Moss and Chase Brown as your running backs.
Running back room is weak.
Who knows what's going to happen there? And then give me the Baltimore Ravens, 1st place. We brought in great fucking defensive help. I absolutely love everything else we brought in. And Derrick Henry, offensive line help, and Andrew Voorhees, he's stepping in
I
for
loved
last
him.
year's.
That's one of my favorite picks in that draft.
I'm super excited about us this year. I'm not going to talk too much about us because I'll get into that so much later. But that's what I have. Ravens, Bengals, Browns, Pitt.
Okay, I like it. So I think we all agree Steelers, Browns 3-4, Ravens, Bengals 1-2. I think that's probably pretty consensus. I had Browns fans chirping at me in my Browns video, like, everyone's so down on us, best team in the league, book it. I'm like, you are delusional, my friend. What are you talking about?
Roster,
best team in the league?
Man, we've been loving it, man, for a couple
No.
years. But
We've just been waiting. Like,
eventually
Deshaun
that love
Watson's got to show us that he can beat Deshaun Watson again. He has.
He is not. He's not.
He's not.
He got $220 million guaranteed, and he stopped caring about football the
Yep.
way he used to. And hey, respect to him.
Got paid.
You're
made
freak.
his money.
You're a freak, man.
Yeah, you got problems. You need help.
I think that's the theme we're going to see with a lot of these divisions. I think there's a clear-cut 1 and 2 in most of them, and then there's
Yeah.
a clear-cut 3 and 4 in most of them as well. So no surprise that we're all kind of on the same page there.
Agreed.